Hey guys, so we missed one day. We're gonna make it up tonight. Late night tonight. It's already 10:15. We're gonna wake up tomorrow at 3. We gotta be leaving for a Clemson game at 3:45 a.m. But yeah, let's get started. So this week, school's not kicking my butt, but I'm working really hard to stay on top of everything and manage everything. Just schoolwork I have, and practices, and my diet, and all that. It's super important to me, and I'm prioritizing that. One thing that keeps on lurking up on me and creeping up on me is this kind of feeling that I'm getting sad for myself a little bit, or I think that this is too much, or that I don't want to be doing something, when really all I need to do is do it. But one quote I heard today that really is sticking with me and doing the hard thing is, "For what punishments of God are not gifts?" And I heard it, and I reheard it, and I reheard it, and I reheard it, or I re-listened to it, and re-listened to it, and I resonate so much with this quote, because for what punishments of God are not gifts? Your life is a gift, and your life, you enjoy your life, or for the most part you enjoy your life, and everything about life you have to enjoy, because you enjoy waking up every day, and you enjoy going to sleep every night knowing, or with hope, that you'll wake up the next day. And to be sad about doing a test, or to be ungrateful for doing a test, or to be ungrateful for the life you live, just means you aren't happy to wake up. And I'm so grateful to wake up every day in this blessing of a life, or this blessing of a world we live in. And thinking of that while I was doing my schoolwork earlier today just made it so much easier to get my work done. The hard things in life, they're hard, but they're gifts. It's not like I'm not allowed to live the life however I want. I can go live this life however I want and however I choose, and right now I choose to be in college, and I choose to get some schoolwork done, and I choose to further my education, but I know that every second I'm alive is a waking hour, and it's a gift for me, and I need to take full advantage of that. And just reaffirming that in myself really changed my mindset about school, and changed my mindset about work, or working hard and doing the hard thing. Because in all honesty, all of our lives are a gift, and we don't know when we're going to die, or we could die any second. And in all honesty, our life is a grain of sand in the desert of humanity and life. I'm trying to be more grateful, or more appreciative of the world around me, and as I'm maturing and as I'm growing in myself, and just in life in general, I see that so many people want to live now and work later, or they convince themselves that working now, it won't, they want to have fun now and work later. And Alex Hormozi brought this point up. He was like, all the people that want to spend now, or here, I'll give you this quote from Alex Hormozi that I heard, but he said he was walking down the road one day, and he heard these two guys talking, and this guy said to his friend, I'll just buy it now. There's always going to be another day to work. There's always going to be another day to do something hard. And even I've been told this quote, I wanted to get a job, and I was told, look, there's always another day to work. You have the rest of your life to work. Don't worry about it now. And I'm not saying what Alex Hormozi said, because the person that said that to me might be watching this video, but Alex Hormozi said that's the way impoverished people think, or people that don't want to be amazing think. If we just, or poor people think, if we just want to spend now, or we just want to be now and have now, then we're never going to actually succeed and do the hard thing and then move on in life. And that's really something that I've been thinking about a lot, is we have to do the work now. We can't spend now. And like, we have all this time, or we have our youth to gather information and to build up our intelligence and to become better people, to be able to use that all throughout our life. But if we're spending and we're more like focused on outer things other than ourselves, or extrinsic motivation, and we're focused on like material items that are going to give us our happiness or fill our hearts and fill our lives, we're never actually going to live a life worth meaning, and we're not going to actually build ourselves into, or we're not going to build our lives into a life that we're happy with. I also heard this other quote that I think really moved me. But a man, so this is a story about a man who meets God and has a meeting with God, has a vision with God, and God says to this man, I'm going to show you hell. And in hell, there was a table, and it was furnished and had like a banquet of food, had a whole banquet of food, and the only catch was that you had to use 6-foot chopsticks, or everyone had to use 6-foot chopsticks, and everyone in hell looked skinny, thin, malnourished, and they looked like they were about to die, or they looked sick. And this man said, oh, well, I don't want to be in hell. Let me see what it's like in heaven. So God takes him to heaven. And the table is exactly the same. The setting is exactly the same. The banquet is still there. And all the people look well fed. Everyone's still using 6-foot chopsticks. But the only difference is, instead of feeding themselves, they're feeding others. And when it got to this point in the story, it really hit me, or this kind of thought hit me, of how filling up other people's buckets and giving first and never expecting anything in return will always fill up our own bucket more than just trying to fill up our own bucket. So when we feed others and we pour into others and we give to others and we help others, it'll feed our hearts and feed our souls and feed our minds to be more in life. And this is something I've heard a million times, but it seems like it just clicked with the story. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something cool, or maybe a story you can think about and manage yourself, and maybe a mindset you can adapt to. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and watch some Alex Hormozi content or Andrew Tate content in your free time.